Hey everybody, this is Jo and I'm here in my Houston, Texas garden. I'm in zone 9A and I'm going to give you a little look at my front garden. So this garden I expanded last year, or this year, and I have added, everything I added when I first expanded it was native Texas plants. I've added a couple of other things or moved things from the backyard. So this is about, I would say, 60-40 native plants. And so I want to give you an update on what they're doing. So this is yarrow. Now some of these are cultivars and some are some of these are nativars. Let me get the words right. And some of these are sort of the real that you would find out in nature in Texas. So this, I think, is the real yarrow, which is finally blooming for me. This one is a cultivar, nativar, and I really like that color. I kind of wish this white one was colorful, but I don't know why I've forgotten what color it was going to be. And then I've got some, let's see if I can find one that's blooming. I put in some blue-eyed grass. It's rained today, and so everything's a little bit mushy. This is blue-eyed grass, and it doesn't look terrific for many reasons. It's kind of gotten beaten up in the rain. But I also bought 2 pots of it, 2-gallon pots, and separated, just pulled it all apart. My yard, my flower bed used to have a whole edge of this liriope. And all the way, you can see it's still there. And it was there when I moved in. But I thought, since I moved the bed, I would try to make a little similar looking hedge, sort of hedge edging with blue-eyed grass. It spreads really easily. It has the same shape. It'll have little flowers in the spring, and I'm hoping I can get it to go all the way across. But because I pulled it all apart, it all looks pretty terrible. I've got a big old penta there, and I've got some really pretty, I've left a big space because these pentas will get big. And then I've got a Belinda's Dream rose, which is looking really pretty. And I've got 3 of them here actually. And my favorite salvia, I think, of all, which is the Mystic Spires. I don't think there is a better salvia anywhere. It's just my favorite. In the back, I've got Walter's Viburnum, which I'll climb back in here for you. The Walter's Viburnum is native, and it's sort of having its little second round of flowers. It wasn't blooming a little while ago. It bloomed all winter and then a little bit in the spring, and so now it's popping back out. I don't know quite how often it will bloom, whether it'll keep its flowers all summer long. I added some native milkweed that I got going from seed. Apparently somebody dug one of them up, I think, but I've got some little native milkweed coming up, and a couple of the poppies that I threw out, and some zinnias. These 3 plants are native to Texas, and they are dwarf Barbados cherry. And so they should have little pink flowers. They're kind of getting a slow, I think they're maybe kind of a slow grower. I wonder. They're taking their time getting going. That's okay. I don't really want them to be that big. I think they'll get 4 feet tall if you let them, but I think I'm going to keep mine trimmed a little bit. And then these 3 things are porterweed. That's also native to Texas. Big, strong, purple flowers on spikes, and I'm excited to see those. I didn't realize, I've seen them all over garden centers, and I didn't realize they were native to Texas. And so that tells me they'll do well in my garden. I've got, you can see little speckles, all those little pale, that's all that native milkweed. And then I've got some more zinnias in here. And then let me climb back out without stepping on things. I've got so many seedlings that I've put out here. So I've got these wonderful coneflowers. Those are a cultivar. of the native Texas purple coneflower. Then I've got Gora, which is really beautiful, and that is native as well. And if it does well, I kind of would like to have more of that. More milkweed, more blue-eyed grass. Then this is a Salvia leucantha. This is a dwarf variety that is new to me. So it's a nativar. That back there that's blooming is a Salvia leucantha called Mexican bush sage, which is native to Texas. And then tucked in here, I've got my Texas bluebonnets going. They're a little sickly looking. But I bought some of my favorite coneflower, Pretty Parasols coneflower, and popped them in here. And then I have also tucked in blue-eyed grass deep in here. I was hoping it would be blooming for you. But so as soon as this is done, I'll pull the bluebonnets out, and I'll be left with a blue-eyed grass and some coneflowers there. And then I've got some big, there's a really big one there, big cleomes coming. Everything in the front yard seems it's really slow. It's really behind the other garden in the back. And I know it's a new garden, but I want instant satisfaction. And so it's driving me a little crazy to have to wait. Oh, look, is that Mrs. Doubtfire peeking? Are you peeking through the salvia? Hello. This is the Gulf Muley that's native. And then more of this incredible, tell me that's not the best salvia. Oh, I love it. And then I've got more little seedlings in here for various things. But oh my goodness, look at this, right? Look at that. It's just incredible. That's one of my favorite things. It's blooming for weeks and weeks. And I'm getting ready this year. I have enough of them. I think I'm going to separate and put some more somewhere else in the garden. And then again, pitiful Cape Plumbago. Hopefully it'll come back. More blue-eyed grass all along. And then this really nice pink penta, which gets really big, and I really like it. I've got some that look really nice and some that are kind of scraggly. And this is all agapanthus back there. And then this rose, which is really big, always, is mutabilis. And then this is a little native down here. That is fragrant mist flower, which should be white. And then back in there in the shade is, oh gosh, what's that called? It's a salvia. Oh, I'll think of it in a minute. I've got my wonderful, humongous Jane magnolias. That's one. This is another one. And then we have another one that was mismarked. And so it is the wrong color. Oh my goodness, it's getting ready to bloom again. I hadn't seen this. Oh, lyre leaf sage. I knew it would come to me. And it's got little flowers. Let's see if I can picture of the flowers. There. They're pale blue. And then I didn't know this was gonna just surprise magnolia flower. That's super fun. Here I've got, this is American Beautyberry, which is native. And then I've got some peppers. I'm sneaking in. This is a little edge of sun right by my neighbor's driveway. And then I've got some zucchini I just put in yesterday. And then snuck over here, that is cantaloupe. And I'll thin that. And I'm gonna let the cantaloupe come through here. And this is a patch of sun here as well. And then that's my native arrowwood viburnum, and that is a native coral berry. This is a native wax myrtle, which I'm so excited about. Let's see, how am I going to climb through here? I think there's room. There's maybe enough sun while this is little to maybe grow another zucchini back there. I'm hoping. And then, oh, there's Mrs. D. Hello, pumpkin. I've got native ferns down in here. And again, right next to the house, there's a little bit of open sky, and I'm wondering if I can put a zucchini in here and if it would do anything. I'm gonna try it. There were a lot of seeds in that packet, so we may as well try it, right? Why not? This is a native oak leaf hydrangea, which is looking really pretty. And in the front, I've got black and blue salvia. I have it in a pot because it is so invasive, but I love it. And so when this stuff kind of poops out, I will probably drag this over, and so you can have some purple here. And then doggone it, I had the most perfect seedling you have ever seen, and you can tell I haven't been out here today. This is a Nicotiana, and I didn't put a little cage over it, and those rascally squirrels probably. This is called Nicotiana Lavender Cloud, and I'm not sure, I've never grown Nicotiana out here. But I was pretty proud of how good that seedling looked, and I'm pretty mad that in one day it's gotten dug up. Rascally squirrels. Well, thank you for taking a look. Wish me luck. I can't wait to see what all of these native plants do, and I'm hoping that I can show you and myself that I can have a sort of English cottage garden feel using native Texas plants. Now, granted, this is probably, like I said, 60-40, but I think as things fill in and I don't put things like zinnias and things like that in, I can add more and more of just native plants, or at least nativars. Like coneflower is native to Texas. That's a cultivar. So anyway, I'm hoping that it will turn out so it'll all be like this beautiful mess here. I wish that was native to Texas, don't you? So then I could just grow it everywhere. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks for looking. Bye-bye.